Okay, thanks everyone for joining us for Nancy's hat collection being released online.
You can't sell my hats.
No, I guess not.
My retired hats, maybe.
Yeah. Is there such thing as a retired hat?
Yeah, I have a lot of them.
There you go. There you go. I think we should actually put them on the market. Probably do pretty well.
Right.
That won't go over very well in our household. Folks, my name's Don Carson. This is my wife, Nancy. We're here to share with you the Collect Direct story, give you some new updated information, some exciting things ahead. And, really for those of you that have never seen anything before, it's important for you to have a chance to see the basic videos that the company is offering that are duplicatable, because this program is designed for anybody. It's designed for you to get in where you fit in. One of the important things that we've recognized is that we want to be, very compliant. We want to have the opportunity for everybody on the equal playing field. So, we'll share a little bit more about that this evening, but why don't we do this? Why don't we just let you watch a couple of videos, and that'll lead you to some questions that you can put in the group chat. And then my wife will write them down and we'll answer them as we go. And folks, this is an interesting time for many of us. I lose track of the days here, July the 19th, 2023, my sister's birthday, which I talked to today. Thank you for reminding me. I know we're all the same. Sometimes we forget the important things like that, but we did have a great conversation. Folks, when you think about companies that have been on the market for many, many years, many times they'll have 5, 6, 7, 8 products that you're able to share. And for many of us, those 5, 6, 7, 8 products were enough for you to build a business, and you continue to build that business, and many of you still build that business. For those of you that are familiar with companies that have a limited amount of product offerings, does it have something for everyone? And that's obviously a question that gets asked in the MLM or the network marketing industry. Can you find something for everyone? Well, what's fascinating about this company launching before our eyes is we're well over 5,000 inventory items with which we call SKUs. And those SKUs are categories that in behind them, of course, is a number of different inventory items for you to share. And, in the direct selling industry, it's usually where somebody's got something, they bring it to market, and you try to sell it. In the direct sharing industry, which we like to call Collect Direct, point, click, and share, our website, you're going to find that the masses are going to be able to find things they want. Now, outside of that, let's just discuss a little bit, if we could, about, gift giving. There's very few network companies out there, other than some of the companies that, you might see out there, the bags and so on like that. And maybe you give a gift, right? Mm-hmm. But what we've discovered, and a lot of conversation we've had with many of you that have reached out to us, is that this is I'm going to say this is phenomenon, but we laughed about that because one of you sent a video to Nancy about the Phenomenon song from Sesame Street. But it's the type of industry that's going to allow you to really have unlimited opportunity of people that are going to find things that they want. So we like to describe it as bringing your past to your future, or their past to their future. And so when we show our corporate videos, a lot of it is always based on those messages. So let's start off with that, and then we'll come back to you in a second here so that you can all get your head around how Collect Direct is different than a lot of the companies that are out there. So first of all, Cindy, just a thumb up if you can see my screen right now with this logo and this video showing. Cindy, anybody? Can you see this? Yes, good, perfect. I will mute all and we'll play this little video. Here we go. I'm just going down right to this side.
Welcome to Collect Direct. Are you ready to connect your past to your future? For over 40 years, Collect Direct has collected thousands of unique items, from sports memorabilia, comic books, toys, coins, stamps, and much more. The world of collectibles is massive today, and they all have a value of some sort. And now this collection is available to the public to not only purchase, but an opportunity for you to cash in on rewards when others purchase items from our collection. From our website, you'll be able to type in and search for an item to connect you to your past. Maybe it's Bozo the Clown, or Gumby, or your favorite hockey player. You'll be able to find those memorabilia pieces on our website. The beautiful thing is you'll be able to point, click, and share them with other people too. It all starts with our $9.98 membership plan. You'll select the categories you are interested in, then you can point, click, and share the item with others. If they choose to participate, they can join your team. It's like operating a retail store out of your home, your computer, and phone. Share the website with others, and if they purchase an item, you get paid. Retail rewards range from $5 to $200. This is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week business where you can share hundreds of thousands of products. So don't miss out on those items from your past and start sharing today.
So the first question that comes up as we just go to the next video is, well, what do I do to get started? I mean, it sounds pretty interesting, but what would I do to actually carry on and get started in this program?
You have a choice. Do you want to be a customer and just buy great collectibles at great prices off of our website? Or do you want to be a member that can share your own link and earn retail rewards when others make a purchase? At Collect Direct, we have warehouses full of over 40 years of collectibles throughout the United States. Everything from hockey, baseball, basketball, NASCAR, Beanie Babies, Barbie dolls, and much more. So if you just want to be a customer from the website, you'll choose which categories you are interested in. Search for the items and pick which ones you want to add to your shopping cart. The best part is you'll be getting the products you want that connect you to your past. It's that simple. For those who want to join as a member and have the potential to earn commissions, it's an annual fee of $9.98 to join. This lets you take advantage of retail rewards based on the package you pick. These packages will allow you to pick from the different collections of product categories. Each package comes with different benefits. Plus, our super collectors will receive an extra bonus of collectibles picked out by our authenticators. Store these collectibles in a safe place and imagine how their worth could grow over time. Once registered with a username and password, you'll be given a unique link you can share with others. We call it point, click, share. Once someone purchases something using your link, you get paid. All items ship directly to the customer. So you're looking for a great return out of the gate on the packages you're going to get. The key to this is to get in where you fit in with the amount of products you want and the categories you like, and either choose to be a customer or a member. If you decide to be a member, we'll teach you all about the collectible side of this business so that you can earn some money. And our compensation plan can work even while you sleep. Let's get started.
And then we'll come back to you live.
Would you like to earn money while you sleep? Collect Direct allows you to build 2 teams wherever we do business. This can be in your hometown or around the world. Each team is made up of 2 teams, which are a left and right team. The depth of the team is a combined effort of you and your sponsor, and above that sponsor, who all place members or customer volume in that leg to an infinite depth. We accumulate volume from every item that is ordered inside your legs, regardless of who sold or ordered. Visually, you will see the members, but your customers will not be visible. But the order volume will count in your smaller team for that order. All volumes, called business volume, fill that leg from the bottom up to you each week. We pay what's called a cycle payment of $20 for every time one leg has 200 BV and 100 BV in the other leg during that week based on the rank you have reached. See the compensation plan document for further details and to see cycle amounts you qualify to receive at that week's qualified rank.
And I think it's important for you all to realize that there's a coaching function here in this company. And that means you may want to go to work to teach people how to do this. So we have these programs called unilevels where you get to multiple
Do I get paid on
return
every
on a transaction.
customers and members? Collect Direct is excited to pay up to 7 levels of customers and team members' monthly purchases inside our Uni-level payout plan. Not only does each item purchased create business volume in one of your 2 legs, each item has a dollar amount associated with that purchase that you were paid a percentage of. The number of levels you can get paid on is based on the rank you have reached in our compensation plan. The 7 levels are 5%, 4%, 3%, 3%, 3%, 2%, down to 1% of that value associated to each order. This payout is like having multiple retail stores open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year around the world. Every order placed inside your personal uni-level team potentially earns you a commission payout. See the compensation plan document for further details about how you are paid on first orders and second orders inside our uni-level plan.
And the last one.
Learn and earn and help your team members earn a dual team commission. This is an exciting way to help others succeed while getting rewarded for that coaching effort. Each rank allows you to be paid a percentage of your personally enrolled or connected to those personally enrolled members of your team members. So if your personal enrolled member builds their own team and earns a $200 dual team commission 1 week, you can earn up to 20%, which for this example would be $40. The best part is you can earn up to 7 levels of personally enrolled members at a percentage illustrated in our compensation plan based on the level you qualified for. See the compensation plan document for further details and to see the amounts you qualify to receive at each level percentage-wise.
Okay, so I wanted to show all that to all of you because that is basically the duplication. Let's just make sure that this is back to us. Can you see us now, Robert? Anybody just, yes? Okay, perfect. So folks, duplication starts with the program where you can actually use things that are done by the company and you can share. That's kind of where this company is going from a marketing platform standpoint. They want to make things that are available to everybody on an equal playing field. We won't be charging for those things. And also I wanted to share with all of you that on our launch, 1 month later, the app will be available to you, and the app will be available because your $9.98 fee covers that. So Dave is not charging more money for the app. Dave Jordan is our CEO, and his wife Joyce. They are, I would say, entrepreneurs through and through, been in this industry in network marketing for many, many years, owned another company that he sold. The man has actually personally been on the side of the earnings of 50,000 plus per month and loves the industry, but really has a challenge with the industry at one point and decided he wanted to do something that would be completely different. This vision of this company was really started back in 1998. In 98, Dave decided that he wanted to do this collectible space as a network company. But in those days, it was completely different from a social media standpoint, which didn't exist, and the ability to share things as quickly. So when he started, it started to grow in 98, but the products were not exactly going to be easy to market from a margin standpoint. So flash forward all these years later. So 2023, Dave was collecting prior to 1998. Over 40 years of him collecting, he comes back to the scene and says, I'm ready. The industry's ready, social media is ready, and the world is ready. Because, as you all know, the collectible space is growing rapidly all around us. It's been in a lot of magazines like Forbes magazine. Go take a look at it and type the word collectible and see what they say about it. You know, folks, the reason why we're here is because we developed a relationship with Dave back 9 years ago when we first met him. I come from an infomercial background. I share that with you because I like the idea of causing people to look at things and stop their, it's called stop marketing. And when they see it, they usually buy it, right? The challenge with that is often you're promoting products that we've got to convince people that they need in the infomercial space. Well, when you talk about a website with over 5,000 items, and I actually planned on going into the website and showing some of the newest entries this evening, depending on the time we put in at the end here. But just imagine Pez dispensers that are like just so cool to see, that have been in their cases for all of these years, that are now on this website that you can point, click, and share for $10 and make commissions off of. Imagine finding figurines from England and around the world, and Hallmark, and things that will just fascinate you for family members. There's the gift side of our business that we're excited about. You know, Nancy, when we looked closely at the opportunity, I think that one of the first things you said is that people are going to want this stuff.
Well, I find especially boys sometimes very difficult to buy for. And so I thought this would be an absolute fit for like Father's Day, for birthdays, for Christmas. It's something that they want if they collect and they have a favorite team or they have a favorite collectible that they collect. It just seems like a no-brainer to get them what they actually want instead of getting them another pair of socks and underwear.
Well, the thing is that you can actually order it yourself and ship it to a destination, and the company will ship it there. So understanding that program is some of our greatest assets, I would say, down the road. Think about it. November, December, holiday season, where this industry tends to slow down, we believe our numbers will go up because people will be finding things in these collections of all of these amazing collectibles. Now, the question really comes down to all of you, what's the differentiator between this and other companies that are out there? This has never been done before. This is a category creator, first to market, with millions and millions of dollars of inventory paid for. All of Dave's inventory in his 3.5 warehouses are owned by him exclusively, 100% he and his wife. He has no debt. So we're starting a company with all of this opportunity, debt-free day one. Now, starting is the key here. So as we go here, I want to open it up to just a couple of conversations here. Shane, you came on a little earlier, if you can unmute yourself, and you started talking a little bit about how crazy this is for you to talk to people from 20 and 30 years ago, and now they're approaching you to say, what is this really all about? So somebody I was talking to earlier, I can't recall, I might have just said Shane, it wasn't Shane actually. Blank for a second, it was go ahead, come off mute. No, I don't. I'm absolutely.
Well, somebody.
Was it Sean? Was it
Yes,
Sean, Don?
Sean, I'm sorry. I wrote down Shane and it's Sean. Sean, you said something that was compelling to the story that we have here, where folks that you've known or been in business with maybe, I don't know, 30 years ago are now reaching.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a second.
Well, we all rallied with Dale back in the 90s and built New Image International. And recently I've had people that knew us that was actually on sidelines and our team back in the mid 90s throughout the late 90s reach out to us and say, hey, we've seen you on the video. We've heard you guys are doing this. And yeah, they're absolutely excited. They see what's going on. Now you got to remind you that those guys have been through multiple companies throughout the years. This has been like, 30 years ago. And they land here with a new level of excitement and energy. And I'm off video because I'm driving, but it's refreshing to see this enthusiasm show back up because guys, I hope Mary Kay comes off mute for a minute because this is her thing. We were talking about cash, crypto, and collectibles being the third currency. And we're kind of talking that around a bit. And that's what's kind of bringing these people to the table. The third currency, and what does that mean, and how can it and the gift that Dave has given all of us to take these untold amount of collectibles to a global marketplace. That's a gift. I mean, that's not, that doesn't come along every day, and it probably will never come along again. And so that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100%. Your comment about a third currency, I mean, that's just a general statement. I mean, the example you use when you say that is that these are worth something. We don't know we're not going to guarantee you that you're going to be able to take these items and resell them for X, Y, or Z. That's not what this is about. But we will say that they're not making antiques anymore, and that collectibles, if you store them properly, down the road, what could they be worth? Use your imagination. That's usually our approach.
Had examples, Don, of our own personal experiences where we've bought something mostly just because I knew it was something that you wanted. And at no point in time did we think that it was going to increase in value. It was just about fulfilling that want and desire. And I think that so many of these collectibles are invaluable to people. Like you cannot put a price tag on them because they mean
it's an emotional connection,
so much more than actually a dollar amount. But the idea that there aren't a lot of things that you buy in life like a car, the second you get in it and you drive it off the lot, if you wait 67 years, then the car will be worth something again.
But you know what's funny about the car scenario for all of you who've been through this before? You go buy a brand of vehicle, and then when you drive it on the road, you see all of the same vehicle, but you'd never notice that vehicle until you owned it. And it's kind of
Collectibles are like that.
collectibles
too,
are
though.
like that. So, you know, you don't even realize how many people in your circle of influence, each and every one of you, collect something, or they know somebody that collects something. So the
Or they're
opportunity,
secret about collecting.
and they don't want you to know
They
because
don't want you to know.
because they're saving it for the future, right? That's our space. And so when we get excited about it, we're like kids in the candy store, because we are, you know, obviously collectors in a sense. I've got my hockey cards and the things that I've collected for years for my son and myself, and Nancy's got her hats, of course.
And shoes.
And shoes.
And
But
bathing
but
suits.
folks,
And
what we're doing is we're opening the door to Dave's collection for you all to share. The timing of this is really what we want to talk a little bit more about tonight for all of you, because, you know, Dave is pushing the button on this program sometime here in the next, we were going to say, I'm going to use the 48-hour to 72-hour type time range. So in theory, I would suggest by Monday, you're all going to be receiving notice that you're in business. What does that look like? Now, worst case scenario, does he stretch it another day or two? It's worth every penny of whatever he does. But we're being told today that the ducks are lining up, the tests are going through properly, and the company wants to launch this on an even playing field. When you actually get in there and make your ability to purchase, you're all going to be able to purchase at the same level. We'll talk about that more when we actually go to launch. But folks, this company is about to change the way this industry does business, because everybody can get in where they fit in, and they can actually earn commissions on every transaction that their customers and their members do. And the beautiful thing is, I believe in my heart, there'll be more customers in the Collect Direct world than there's members, because of what we're offering. And so, folks, I'd like you guys to open up a few questions right now.
Karen has one.
You know, put your hand up and let's open it up to some questions early. It's 8:28. We've been on for about 24 minutes. I believe a lot of you will have questions. We'd like to get in here, and so Dave can see this on the recording in the morning, because he gets up at 3:30, and what does he do? He's loading, and I'm going to show you that tonight when I get there. Shane, you got your hand up first, I see on my screen, so go ahead, take yourself off mute, and let's get the first question out of the way.
Yes, sir. It was more of a statement you mentioned about the emotion, and I was just thinking of something real quick. What's good about this is you're going to be able to express and give a gift to someone for a very reasonable price that has more emotion than it did for the cost. And I think a lot of people, even with a fluctuating economy, good or bad, are going to be able to buy quality things that touch them and bring a large amount of emotion to the person who they give it to. And I just wanted to put that out there. I mean, we probably all know it, but thank you for putting out about the emotion of the gift, because the prices are outstanding, but the emotion could be undetermined, and it just develops as it gets older in the future.
You're right, Shane. Excellent point. And, you know, folks, we're never going to tell you that we're going to have the best price, the lowest price, or the highest price. That's not Dave's philosophy. Dave's philosophy is he's done the research. He knows what the values should be, where they're at, and we're going to come out with a nice price point that allows us to do what we do, which is to pay people retail rewards for sharing it on your own personal link.
Karen's question was access to the videos.
Yes.
There's
So
some-
currently we put the one video on YouTube. On Don Carson, subscribe to, if you like, the YouTube channel, which is it's Collect Direct's master distributor site. There's one on there. All of the other videos from these Zooms like this will be on there. I would expect that those other compensation videos will actually go live when we go live, and we'll put them on the YouTube channel, so you can use those in your own, you know, usage. So I hope that answers your question. So give us
I think that
the 2, 3, 4 days
They just
until they
don't
go live.
want it out into the universe if they have to tweak something that they can't get back.
Exactly. Exactly. And we put a lot out there, and some of the things, as we've said all along, we're not guaranteeing you're going to make a penny, right? It's totally your business. That's what this is all about, is you're going to learn the business with us. But point, click, and share. And if somebody buys something, you get a retail reward. If you choose to bring members in, or they upgrade to members from a customer, they'll go to the lowest side of your tree on one leg. We can explain that at another time. All of that is in the coding, so don't worry about the comp plan. it takes care of itself. Okay, next question.
The corporate video says around the world for membership to ?
Yeah, so there's a lot of research that's being done on shipping the products internationally. No restrictions at all. Why? Because there's licensed goods. We can ship them anywhere. There's no ingredient that isn't allowed in New Zealand or in
You can be a collector
Japan or
worldwide.
whatever. So you can be a collector worldwide. So that's never going to stop us. The question always was is the commission side of it. And we're learning more and more that our payout procedures and so on like that can pay international. Everything's based on US dollars, but that's out of the way. We've got that done. The next question is the commissions, who's going to report it? Well, in the United States, of course, you'll get, once you get to a certain level, you'll get your W-9 or what's it called? I think a 1099. And in Canada, for example, we put an other income line because we have to say we made X number of dollars in our business. It's the same in many countries around the world. So all of that research is being done. So yes, we will be shipping globally, but on the other hand, we want to make sure that that's covered off. So we're starting off with Canada, United States, and Australia officially, and then from there we expand. And there is a lot of countries that are about to go live at some point very soon. But let us get started. If we open the entire world with this collection, I don't believe our shipping department would handle it day one. So we want to stage our growth a little bit. So countries are being brought on as it makes sense for us. And it is 1099. Thank you for that. Somebody put that out there. Thank you.
This one's an interesting one. Will you ever stop getting inventory since they are collectible? I have to, just my own personal experience, I thought that Dave had the largest collection I've ever seen. And I don't think a week goes by that a truck's not backing up with more. I don't even know if he's putting this stuff under the stairs now or if.
No, they actually, we're going to actually post some pictures of their inventory storage procedures.
Yeah.
It's impressive what they're doing
Yes.
using the ceiling
It's just so much.
bunks. But yes, they're bringing in trucks regularly because he never wants you to think that he'll ever run out, because that's not his plan. His plan is to build this for many, many years with all of you and turn this into a legacy, because collectibles is his passion and his life, and he's passing it on to all of us.
And not only that, but things that he thought of as collectibles has broadened his horizon since watching these videos that you guys ask questions. And he just goes and searches and finds more. So you should know that you guys are actually broadening his collectibles horizon, because he is. He's
adding to the areas
that
we're
he's
getting.
like, oh wow, I never even thought of that. And then
Some of the largest collections that he's adding to are the ones that he is hearing you guys all say, man, I hope you have this. Like he bought lots more Lego. He bought way more Beanie Babies. He just bought a whole truck of stuff that came in with vinyl records and things like that. That'll be on the site. So it's fascinating.
Somebody's asking if they can sell as a member on the platform, or if it's just buying. At this point, it's just buying.
It's just buying. Yes. There's work to be done on that for auctions and so on down the road, where you might be able to bring that, but that's in Dave's sort of like plan, whatever, 2 or 3 years, maybe whatever. We don't need to do that. We've got so much product here. And I will show you a little bit more about tonight, because we are only at
David was
8:34.
also asking
Next
about
question.
watches, and I know that
We have
Dave
watches. We have
has
collectible watches. I
Yes.
last count, I thought I saw him say he had 1,800 he was going to bring on the site. Unique watches. I could be wrong, but more being purchased, and unique ones that are very, very much collectible items in their original cases.
And college football and baseball.
Yep.
Also, can we have the email address and telephone number for the new signups from the Early Bird website?
Yeah, I think that's probably something that's been a bit of a confusion on our early birds. First, early bird gets the worm. That's many of you that are here. Just let's go through a couple of housekeeping pieces there. If you put your name into our Facebook group, a Collect Direct Facebook group, please put who invited you so we can connect you up to that person. Number one. Number two, that does not mean you're in the tree in our system. Okay, that's not an enrollment into Collect Direct. That's just a come take a look at our Facebook group because you were invited. The third thing is, if you have a position in the tree currently, and it was with your email address and you gave it to somebody and that was entered on your behalf, all you need to do is get the early bird link and just put your email into the early bird link and it will find you. That's the step you're missing for some of you, because you're trying to log in. Well, you haven't set up a password yet, so leave that out. It's just your email that gets you connected, and then you go in and add it on. Now, will that be an ongoing program in Collect Direct? The answer is no. We will be ending the early bird pre-enroll scenario once we go live, but I will tell you that the plan is to come back with a lock your spot program that Dave has been adamant he wants to bring back to the company. Once we get everybody's first products out there, you're excited, you're bringing your some of your team members in. Yes, we will go back to have a free pre-enroll session where you have a certain amount of time to lock your spot. But out of the gate, this early bird program is here for a little while longer, but I wouldn't suspect that it'll be there past the end of the first month. Okay, just keep that in mind. Any other questions, live or just from reading, Nancy, you want to go through?
Yeah, I've got a question.
Yeah, go ahead, John. Go ahead, John.
Just in passing, I saw on Facebook today that they unloaded or backed into a whole semi truckload full of stuff that he had just purchased. And if I were to take a guess, it looked like over $1 million worth of stuff in there. It was all Hallmark stuff, toys, and you name it. And so he's buying stuff every day.
Yeah, and it's funny because Hallmark is a category that some people have said they love collecting. And so Dave says, okay, great. Let's make sure we have enough Hallmark to satisfy those people's point, click, and share abilities, right? Albums and LPs and 45s. I mean, I just saw a post on Facebook where somebody put the little yellow thing that used to go in the middle of the 45s and said, you can tell your age if you know what this is. I knew what it was, but that is a very big collectible area now, is vinyl records. So we have that for our site as well.
Somebody's asking about the return policy.
The return policy, when it's not unopened, and it'll be in your policies and procedures, you'll see that you do have the ability to return at a 90% return, but it has to be completely zero tampered with. There'll be on our graded things that are in the packages, sort of proof pieces that if you were to take it off and try to replace it fraudulently with some, not to say any of you would do that, but everybody just use your imagination. There are people out there that might say, oh, here's a beautiful 10 grade card. I'll take this out and I'll put a 5 grade card in there and return it. That will never happen. And if you do that, the first time is boom, terminated. That is a policy the company will have on the fraud side of it. So you'll be protected and the company will be protected. So I hope that kind of answers that question.
Somebody's asking if you buy the package every week to qualify for the commission. That's no. Don't have to buy every week. And actually, if you have customers that are consuming product, that would qualify you for your commissions as well.
Yeah, Tony, I think you can you mute? There you go. Perfect. Thank you, Tony. Yes. No, you do not have to buy the same collectible package every week or month, folks. It's a one-time purchase. You purchase the $279 package. You pick the category. There's 12 categories to start with, soon to be 15. You pick what you want. If it's beer cans, I love vintage beer cans with the beer stein. That's going to go in my bar. I pick that package. That's my purchase, right? Then you will market your products any way you want. Could be on Marketplace, on Facebook, eBay, whatever you choose. If you want to buy more collectibles that you're collecting, go out and buy some more for yourself. It's your personal collection. But from a standpoint of qualifying for commissions, this is not a keep buying product to qualify for commission program. This is designed for 100% compliance. Why? Because your customers count as your purchases. So if your customers are buying product that's personal volume, you qualify for your commissions. Yes, you'll do 80 BV a month, but that 80 BV can come from 50% you and 50% your customers. So we're not asking you to buy products on a monthly basis. We're asking you to share the website and generate traffic and customers. That's what we'll see as a big growth story.
Jackie Boyle had asked about locking your spot for the $9.98 until the lower packs are available. Yes, $9.98 will lock your spot.
It will, but the ability to do that is when we're going to pick that time. You'll have a timeline that you'll have that $9.98 position, but of course you can't earn commission, but you can't earn volume unless there's activity, right? So there's a complete note that'll come out on the system when we go live on the $9.98 purchase only. Right now, I would just say, yes, it will be available. And yes, you can earn commission when you buy a $9.98. It's just what level of commission you'll be able to earn it at and at what pace, because you've got to obviously have traffic and you've got to have customers, right? So it's your business, so you can go at it any speed you want. There another question? I see I said Joy, it says, go ahead, Joy.
Sorry.
Acetal Joy tab is what it
Yeah,
says
right
on our
there.
little thing. Go right ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Can you unmute yourself? There you go. I can see
Yeah.
you. You have to unmute yourself, probably the bottom
No,
left-hand
it's
corner.
unmuted.
Says it's unmuted. We should be able to hear you unless your mic's not working. Sorry, your mic's not working. Can't hear you. Nope. Okay, somebody else, go right ahead.
I got a question,
Yes.
and it's a clarifying question. When you're saying that the volume will come from our customers, like if I have customers that are not showing up, they're just customers, they're not team members or anything like that, I can take 50% of that and it will show as my personal. And then I personally would want to get collectibles. I want to get collectibles, but is that accurate?
Yeah, so let's just make sure that we're not giving the wrong message. So David, great question. So you're asking about the customer volume. So the customer volume, when you personally have a customer that buys from your website, that's personal volume PV that counts for your 80 personal BV that you would need. So if you had enough customer BV to do 80 BV, you wouldn't have to buy anything. Now, or you could say, I want to buy something. So you bought 80 BV, but you can't use all of the 80 BV for the 80 BV qualifier that month. Only 40 of that or 50% of that could be used for your 80 BV for qualifying that month. And when we're talking
Okay.
qualifying, we're talking about if you're a diamond or above or a superstar or a team home run collector or whatever level you're at, it's 80 BV. But at the lower levels, like 29 or 59, it might be 10 BV or 20 BV or 40 BV. Whatever the BV is that your level or rank that you accumulated volume to reach, whatever that BV is, half of that BV for that purchase for that month can come from your customers or all from your customers. Okay. So you physically don't have to buy anything if you don't want to, if you're building a business with customers.
Wait a minute, are you kidding me, Don?
No.
Not buy anything? Of course I'm going to be buying a bunch of stuff. This is great.
Oh, no. Yes, of course. As a collector, you're going to buy what you want. I agree with you 100%. I'm personally buying there's stuff I want, right? The point I'm making is the person that's built, I know you're just bugging me, but let's just keep digging in because somebody might have think you're not getting to the real point of it, which was, folks, you have a monthly requirement to generate personal volume to earn your commission checks once you're at different levels in our business. The maximum amount of personal volume you'll ever have to qualify with is 80 personal BV, which is about, call it $119 item, let's say, right? In particular. But the rules of the company to be compliant is that only 50% of that 80 BV can come from your own personal purchase if you choose. Now, if your customers drive that 80 personal BV and you don't want to buy anything that month, you don't have to. It's your business. Me personally, I will be accumulating many of Dave's items for my collections for my grandkids one day. That's my goal, right? So I'm putting them in a time capsule.
That clarified it completely. That is awesome news to me. And of course I'm putting together business. I want to be able to I want to do that. That makes perfect sense. And the last clarification is when this goes live, we pay $9.98 for the membership, and then we order our starter pack, and that could be in the next couple of days, is what I'm hearing. Is that correct?
It could be, with all honesty, we've looked at Saturday as a potential. We've been advised Mondays are better. There's honestly, really, it's not my decision. It's 100% Dave's. So I will just tell you that if it doesn't happen till August 1st, it wouldn't matter to me, right? I just know we are at a point now where we're just so close. Everything I'm saying, I'm not choosing my words. I'm just telling you guys. I don't know any time in my business career. And for those of you that don't know, I've told the story before. I've had great success. I've sold a company on the New York Stock Exchange. I've sold other companies. I'm not telling you that to brag. I tell you that because I love timing. And personally, I've never seen this good at timing in anything I've ever been involved with. Your restaurant, wedding pavilion, Yes, we're numbered in the top 10 in Canada ranked, but
There's
it's a
lots of
struggle, right?
restaurants and there's lots
Yeah.
of different event centers and there is no other Collect Direct.
This is pretty
This is a
Unique
very
space.
unique space.
space for all of you. Keep
I'm
going.
very
That's more. We got
excited.
lots of time here to keep answering questions. So
There's
go-
quite a few on here
Yeah.
too.
Hey, I have a question.
yes, there you go. Now we got your.
Hey, I'm Denise, by the way, everybody.
Okay, hi there.
Now we're supposed to be building on our left leg, but I have people on my right leg. So how can we move them over if we're only supposed to be building on one leg?
Okay, so let's just okay. So whoever your enroller is, they'll have
Right.
philosophy, okay? And the philosophy should be something along the lines of, excuse me, the team you joined on. So if you joined on the right team, okay, because your left team is empty right now, but your right team.
No,
has-
my left team has all kinds of people in it. My right team has 4 and my left has a bunch.
Okay, so have you put any people in your left team?
Just one, because
Okay.
my daughter couldn't do it on her cell phone. It wasn't cooperating.
So here's a philosophy. If you joined on the left team, which it sounds like you did,
Yes.
you should be bringing the first 2 to 3 people plus on your team you joined left team. You put 1. So in theory, you should put a couple more on the left team. That's what you're being told. The
Okay.
right team is your personal leg. That's your effort. Now, it is actually going to be a
Okay.
leg that you one day will concentrate on, I'm assuming, because your left team, it sounds like it's already big and it's growing. Many people
Yes.
see that. It's called spillover. None of those people are personally enrolled by you, but the volume they generate will count for you. And that's what
Correct.
we call cycle. So right now, your left leg might end up on launch having, call it 10,000 BV points. And your right leg has 4 people. Maybe you'll have 100 BV points on your right leg because of what they purchased. That 100, 200 would come from that 1,000 on the left that's there, and you get paid $20, which is a cycle. Now that 200 comes off the 1,000, you'll be left with 800 on your left leg, and that's called carryover to the next pay period. That's how a dual team structure works. So you'll learn more about that over the weeks and months ahead, but that's where you're at right now. So I would ask your enroller, have you put your 2 or 3 people in the left? You're saying no. So you should keep your rotator or your direction to your left to put another couple of people to support the team. That's the philosophy. And that's
Okay, yeah, because the people that are on my right were people that I put in, or they were friends of mine that went to my back
Yes.
door and
Yeah.
added themselves.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'm so the end of the day, I mean, this is not totally the time for me to say yes or no. No, there is no moving them to the left anymore. I'm just saying to you, I would put some more people on the left to support your team, because your team is supporting you by putting more people on the left besides you. And they're teaching that concept. Everybody that joins in the left, tell them to put the first 3 to the left before they go to the right. Anybody that joins on the right, tell them to put the first 2 or 3 to the right before they go to the left. Again, your sponsor, your team manager, not manager, your team leader might have a different philosophy, but that's generally the premise of building a dual team structure, is bring the first 2 or 3 to the team you joined on before you try to
Okay.
open up the other team. Okay?
Okay, very cool. I'm excited.
Okay.
Can't wait.
Perfect. Was asking if your recruits are considered your customers and they're not.
Okay, good question, Lori. Thank you. Your customers do not go into your dual team observation pictures. So if you had 5 customers and you look in your team and you only have 1 member on the left, that's a member. Your customers don't get visually put into your tree. They go in your unilevel, and in the unilevel separate tree. And those of you that are in the early bird, you'll see there's a viewer for your dual team and a viewer for your unilevel. The unilevel are your personally enrolled people, and then that's customers. But as you bring members in, they go into your unilevel as well. And their customers will go into your second level or third level, depending on where those members are. So it's 2 different views and 2 different kinds of compensation plans going on that you're getting paid on every transaction. It's pretty incredible, actually. Okay.
Is it okay to let the computer do it at the moment if you don't fully understand? Absolutely.
Yes. My wife is a big believer in.
I am a big believer in just getting started. And honestly, the company has your best interests in mind. So it's going to put your people underneath you, and you can figure it out as you go along.
But it is left and right option, which is called alternate in the viewer.
And it's
or
optimizing.
go left or go right. And when we launch volume, you can have your system say, put it to the lesser team. But don't do that until you've fulfilled whatever your team agreement is that you've made with whoever your enroller is. Bring your first 2 or 3 to the same side they put you in. Have that conversation with your sponsor. And if they can't answer that question, go up to their sponsor. If they can't answer that question, by all means, email me at dcarson@excitedcollector.com and I'll answer your questions as best I can. Okay, next question.
Any Olympic collectibles?
Yes, yes.
I don't know why that
Lots,
wasn't coming out. I
lots
guess
of Olympic stuff
my
coming down the
nose
pipe.
stuff.
Lots of Olympic, yeah. Dave's got, like, for example, the '84 Olympic hockey team. Was that the Miracle on Ice?
Yes.
I mean, he's many of those players to this day, Neil Broughton and others, Dave Christian, are very good friends of Dave's. Yes, there's lots of that coming down the pipe.
Shane's worried that he won't get the notification. He wants to know if it's going to be either by phone call or email. And if we miss the call, what happens?
No, there's nothing will happen other than the fact you'll just get your order in a day later. But no, it's supposed to come to you by email. So your email should be corrected now if your system is working and your early bird is up and running. You've put your information in. You'll get an email. You'll then populate your credit card, pick your package, and off we go.
Yes, Marvel Comics. Yes.
Yes, Marvel Comics. Absolutely. Over 2 million comics and more he just purchased. I mean, he's not stopping. Next question.
I'm just looking. Sorry, my stomach is doing.
Somebody says, can you start at a lower level and then have customers build you to the next level without you buying anything? The answer to that is yes. The volume from your customers can move you up the rank in Collect Direct. That is absolutely a very important part of our company. There are going to be people that say, I want to buy up a package because I want to have more products to share, more products to showcase, because I want to attract more people. But then there will people that will just start recruiting customers, and that volume will start moving you up the ladder. Now, don't get me wrong, there is a qualification that says you need 1 IR on your left and 1 IR on your right. That's different. That if you're just building customers, you'll never get started in the dual team commissions of our company because you need independent reps, 1 on your left and 1 on your right, to start participating in the dual team. Okay.
Joey did the heavy lifting here and answered that there will be higher priced items available 100,000 and up, just not on day 1.
Right. So Dave mentioned today that within a month, you'll see $1,000 items on the front of the websites when we go live with our customer site. Oh, by the way, the customer website, many of you have been asking me what the customer website name will be. Your collectdirect.com/your username will be the general membership option site that you've been all hearing about. But the retail site for customers only will be called collectdirectretail.com. Okay, so if you've been wondering,
And
that's what it's gonna be called.
People want to know if they will offer payment methods like Afterpay and Klarna.
Very exciting about that because some of the larger ticket items will, I shouldn't say totally 100%, but I know I've been in these conversations. Dave's let me overhear them. There's a good opportunity with our larger ticket items that there'll be a payment option available for your customers with inside Collect Direct. There's some really good companies that have come to the table that Dave has agreed to and signed up with. So more to come on that after we launch and as those bigger items show up. But yes, you all will have the benefit of sharing high priced items and getting retail rewards at levels that Dave is going to pay out on them, unilevel pay and so on. So that's coming. And those people can have an option of payment plans. That is being worked on.
Is there a minimum threshold for commission payout?
The minimum threshold for
I thought
commission
it was
payout,
maximum, not minimum.
maximum or minimum, 100,000 US per week on the dual team is the maximum payout for the dual team commission. We believe in our heart that many of you will earn a large portion of your income off of coaching people, and that's called a matching bonus. If you help your team earn and they learn, then you'll get rewarded. A matching bonus will pay you very well, I believe. And that's the way it should be. I mean, you're not in this all by yourself, so help others win. The unilevel, remember, every customer pays you a unilevel pay. Every member pays you a unilevel pay. Every brand new order pays you a retail reward. So you're getting paid at times 2 and 3 times for the same transaction inside our compensation plan. Again, don't worry about what that really looks like because the plan does take care of itself.
So I will have 2 websites, one for recruiting members and one for selling to customers.
Yes, that is exactly the case. I think the name was Emma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then taxes on purchases, any customs and duty fees?
Well, it's being handled all by DHL out of the country, and I believe the taxes are handled at the price so that they're collected ahead of time, so that you aren't having to go there and pay duty at your door. That's being handled through the shipping department. I hope that answers that question.
And classic cars is
Yeah.
a future.
That's the future. No, there's
But I
no.
said, don't get ahead of yourselves, you guys. Let's just get what we
Yeah,
got.
yeah. There's no classic cars on our opening website. There are a lot of Matchbox Toys classic cars, a lot of Hot Wheel cars, matching cars, NASCAR model cars. All of that's on there. But actual classic cars, those are in Dave's plans to have available for us to point, click, and share down the road. Yes.
Do we have a name for our payout provider?
Payout provider. Who's well, there's 4 of them. So I won't even name them. I'm just gonna tell you that it's not just one. There's a payout provider. There's gonna be 4 of them. And there will be a direct deposit option for in the United States. And those options should be available, I believe, in Canada through your provider or directly. So that's all being worked on as well. By the way, understand this for commissions. We go live on Monday, let's say, or August 1st, whatever the date is, say it's this Saturday, tomorrow, or whatever that is, Monday or August 1st. I'm going to say it's before August 1st, but I'm just saying your pay is always the following Friday. So if you order something on a Friday, you physically will not get paid on that order, or one of your customers order on a Friday, till the following Friday, not the Friday next, because the cutoff will be Thursday, and then it accumulates and pays you the following Friday. So in theory, if you were to have a customer order something on a Thursday, you will get paid 7 days later on that Friday coming up. But if they order on a Friday, it would be like 2 weeks before you get paid. That's how it works for the cycle pay. Okay, so cut off on Thursday, paid the following Friday.
If someone is on my Collect Direct /username site, will there be a tab for them to get over to my retail site?
Yes, they will be able to shop your collections. They can actually, the main site, collectdirect.com, is designed to let them get in where they fit in. The Collect Direct retail site is purely retail. We want to give retail customers a chance to not have to be inundated with, hey, do you want to make money? But with that said, you have to understand that the marketing department will reach out to your customers at some point, maybe on order 2 or 3, and say, hey, by the way, if you've ever thought about, sharing this, there is a link here. You can learn how to make some money by spending $9.98. In that case, that customer is still on your team, in your membership team, either left or right. It'll go to the lower level of your weaker team. It'll just automatically go there. That's how the system works. Okay.
And you often want to have a conversation with somebody to see what they want, if they want to be a customer, if they want to look at this as an opportunity. And some people will even change their minds once they leave the table. So it's really good to get back to them and see how they feel after they've sort of tried it on, like when you go into a dressing room and you try something on, they still come and they go, how are you doing in there?
Yeah, exactly. You should try this. How about this belt? Or
Do
this
you
hat?
want something else?
There's a question there I see about.
I have another question.
Yes, go ahead.
Real quick, I know this is a techie question. I've done websites before where I work for companies. Wouldn't it be easier to just have one website, and when someone clicks on the website, they can either be a member or they can buy retail, rather than having two separate?
That was originally a thought we had, but because of compliance and because we want to be squeaky clean, because we are going to drive so much retail customer, it was recommended by advisors that we would have a company website for customers only. And those people still pay the same retail reward, don't forget.
Yeah, they still have to, the way they become a customer, they still have to tell who it was that sent them to this link.
Their enroller has to be
Their
there.
enroller.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah.
We want lots of customers. I'm
But
sorry.
we didn't want them to feel pressured.
Yeah.
That they had to become like
A member.
a member.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
For
Okay, so
compliance.
A lot of people will become members after the fact because they'll realize that their friends are asking them, where did you get that? And it won't take long for them
Exactly.
to ask whoever sold them the link or send them the link, right?
I've said that so many times. People are doing the business without even realizing they're doing the business because they keep telling everybody about it because they're really geeked about it. And I'm going, I know you say that you don't want to do it, but you're already doing it.
Some more questions, keep going. I know I'm going to answer this one here. It talks about, will you have to pay HST? This is a Canadian question. Folks, the taxes and so on coming across the border are what Dave's, they're collecting and submitting on your behalf. You're talking about if you were direct selling some of these items, which, listen, it's your choice. Yes, you should have a direct seller's license in your market, and yes, you should be handling the taxes on your bill of sale. That's your call. That's your requirement in your province, state, or whatever. You can learn about that. It's called, in most cases, when we're not for retail, the taxes are collected on importation or whatever, and you don't worry about that. But if you're going to start reselling it in your market, then you're going to want to make sure in your province or in your state, you've covered off a direct seller's license. That's completely something you should understand.
Tony was asking about a flat commission for signing up. I'm imagining that's a question about Fast Start for a 529 package. If so, if it's paid weekly.
Everything is weekly other than the level is paid monthly. And the lifestyle bonuses for like what we might call a car allowances are paid monthly. When it comes to your matching checks, your dual team and your retail rewards, they're paid weekly.
And Cynthia says on the customer site, collectdirect.com, it will then be /
Yes.
username.
Yes, it'll be collectdirect.com / that's the slash in your question.
Sorry.
She's right. And then your username, whatever it is. That's correct. And in the Collect Direct retail site, it'll be collectdirectretail.com / whatever your username is.
I don't have a keyboard. I don't know if you can hear me. I have a couple
Yes, we
of
can hear
questions.
you. Yes, we can.
Sorry, I'm trying to be patient. Anyway, they said something about a starter package. What was that? Is there a cost to that starter package after the $9.95?
Yeah, the $9.98 is actually just an opportunity for you to get a link to the website, right? And that's
Okay.
sharing a website. The question you're asking is, now you want to buy some products, right? You want to buy products to actually show that you're in the business. Well, we've got packages available, and one of them is going to be a $279 package, and that package will be from 12 different categories of product you can pick from. It could be Beanie Babies, and you'll get, a bunch of Beanie Babies that are retired. It could be hockey or baseball or basketball. You'll get a collection coming to you. Now, a month later, once we've launched and everybody's up and running and got their systems, we're going to allow you to pick your packages. So you could add $279 worth of items that you want. Add Bozo the Clown, add a Daffy Duck, add a Barbie doll or whatever, and get to $279. That's coming. But out of the gate, it's just a pre-pack of products that our authenticators have put together so that you can actually wow some people. We want, and you folks are the early adapters, and you will get wowed when you get your package. That's our goal.
Right. And then would we get, so if I wanted to post, because a lot of my stuff is on a link tree, so I would post my link to the retail site, or would I post it over to my package that I'm selling, or does the company drop ship that for me?
Yes, good for you. Yeah, it's everything's shipped directly by the company to you. If you have a customer that decides they want to buy from your link, that gets shipped directly to them. You don't have to touch it. So you don't have to touch it. You just get paid. You get paid your retail reward for whatever package or item they buy.
What's the commission on the affiliate side, if you will?
$50 US on that $279 package, for example.
50 on the 279. Okay.
Yeah. And then of course, and the smaller ones are, it's like $5, $10, $20, $50, $100, and then up to $200 for the bigger packages. And then eventually you'll see larger numbers available on this website. He's planning on having $1 million items he has for sale eventually on the front of our website.
And that commission is just going to be unbelievable.
Okay, does that help?
But like I said, I want to have a link without having to inventory,
You don't have to
ship,
inventory.
anything like that.
Right.
I will have a certain amount of people that will say, hey, look,
Yes.
Now also, we're going to get this at a discount.
No.
No.
Every product is the same. The difference is, do you want a retail reward, or do you just want somebody to buy it from you and you get the retail reward? We want to have a common playing field across the globe.
Okay, so we can tell them, hey, look, I don't make any extra money by not selling it to you directly. It's I paid the same price.
You don't have, let it go directly to the, and you're out of the loop. How's that sound? Perfect, right?
Great. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, anybody else? Got lots of people still on here, so we'll keep going a little longer. We're at about the 1 hour mark right now. We're good? Okay, folks, I think we've answered as many as we can. You guys are amazing. This has been an incredible journey. My eyes get opened every day when I see the texts and the emails to us. Looks like we've solved most of the support ticket items as best as we could. Thank you for being patient. You guys are destined to be walking across a floor, shaking hands of people you've met on these Zooms in the coming months and years ahead. And we look forward to, shaking each and every one of your hands. Over and out, guys. We'll stay out a little longer after I stop the recording. But you guys are, I hope, we're getting excited as we are for how close we are to our actual Go Green launch button. Thanks for joining us tonight.